So as its name suggests, Democrats' new budget reconciliation bill claims it will help bring down inflation. But for the most part, as we know, that's not something that can just happen overnight. Instead, experts say those are impacts that you'll likely see next year and into the future. As people across the country grapple with the highest inflation in more than 40 years.
It really hits the pockets. You know, I spend about $250 a week in just gas.
Senate Democrats say the landmark Inflation Reduction Act would not only make massive investments in climate, tax, and healthcare policy, they say it also contains several provisions that would help tackle inflation.
This is going to make our economy better, while at the same time contributing, albeit in a small way, to a reduction in inflation.
The Congressional Budget Office finding the bill is likely to reduce the deficit by up to $102 billion over 10 years. Experts say deficit reduction, along with other policies, could curb demand in the economy. Before the bill's passing Sunday on party lines, Senator Lindsey Graham with a warning.
This thing's going to make everything worse, and not one Republican is going to vote for it.
And while instant relief isn't promised, some economists say the bill could have a modest downward effect on inflation as a whole. In the meantime, as backlogs in supply catch up, the expectation is that inflation will settle back down to near the Fed's 2% annual target. Economist Paul Traub predicts lower wage earners will feel this the most.
You may have gotten a 10% raise if you were working at a Starbucks, but now you're just barely keeping up with prices.
On health reforms, Sunday GOP senators moved to strip a $35 per month cap on insulin under private insurance from the Inflation Reduction Act.
All those are for my heart.
Earlier this week, Senator Bernie Sanders said drug pricing provisions in the package don't go far enough to help the American people.
This is legislation which, at a time of massive profits for the pharmaceutical industry, and we pay by far the highest prices in the world for prescription drugs, takes some very modest steps to lower or control the price of medicine.
Other provisions in the bill would increase the supply of resources like energy.
They're going to see energy costs cut because they're going to be receiving credits and rebates.
With nearly $370 billion on energy and climate change initiatives, including tax credits for people driving electric cars. Other direct impacts include home energy rebates, funds for constructing factories, building clean energy technology, and money toward the reduction of pollution in minority communities. Also today, Democrats overwhelmingly voted against Senator Bernie Sanders' attempt to try and revive the child tax credit. He was the only one to vote in favor of an amendment to include the tax credit in this bill. The rest of his party feared that adding it would kind of derail the entire thing. And Lindsay, as we know, again, they were really rushing to get this thing through before they go on recess.
Yeah, thanks. This story is really important because I feel like people are hearing all this talk about the voting. They have no idea what's actually going on. Right. This is what's actually going to impact Americans' wallets. So thank you so much. Appreciate it.